Bro, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm having connection in and out, in and out. I don't know what's happening. Yo,
So
I missed a lot, man. I can see like you're explaining pretty nice there, dog.
yes, yes, yes. So I'm still gonna do that again. So right here, I think it's just the both of us, while others join in, again, right? So what I was trying to explain is
Okay.
basically I'm just gonna start from where you can understand. Maybe I'll just do with a little bit of the analysis I've done in the past, the trades I've taken and how they played out, if that's okay, right? So this
Yeah,
was
yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
yeah, so this is my trading view. I do have a trading view profile. I think I just opened that somehow this year. So it's kind of very small too. There's a whole lot I need to learn just about the analysis. For the euro order we're looking at, I've already posted the analysis here for Monday. So for Monday, we start to watch
Yeah.
the market and enter on the conditions. But this was the previous one. I think the last one that I did while we're having those communications, though I think I was on this trade, the conversations.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
yeah, I can.
yeah. So um from where we did it, yeah, this was the week that we're looking at. I think this is already done, right? So this was actually
Yeah.
where we took the analysis from, and this was the week. I think this is on the weekly chart. So on the chart where it is right now, this is where the price is at. Though this trades,
Like where we are now.
yeah, yeah, I want to show you exactly where we are right now. So this is okay, this is it. Okay, so looking at it, I think this was where the market was when I did the analysis. So we're looking at starting to observe the market on the 2nd of May, as shown here. See the market, right? So I think the
Yeah,
title here
yeah.
is for, yeah, the trading strategy for the 2nd of May. So when the market opened, now this is the chart. This is the weekly chart. Yeah, this was,
Wow, wow. It respected the zone then, eh?
yeah, yeah, yes, bro.
Wow,
So
beautiful.
this is the same thing I was looking at, the support level, my moving average that I was explaining in that previous clip, where the market is actually supposed to come to, and a second target should the market continue coming downwards, which at the moment right now, the market is actually going to do maybe 1 week bullish move or 2 week bullish move, and it's still going to head downwards to the zone. So I still will be looking at the odd JPY maybe a week after this week to further look for sales to bring the market downwards. But this
Mm.
is this is exactly what I looked at. Those same things I was trying to explain, the very things I don't ignore. Massive rejection, a shooting star candle like we have here, and then we see a bearish drop right down here. And from this point, I started looking for where I can comfortably short the market. And that month just started. So on the chart itself, this was what happened. This was a zone. Let me have this. Let me use the horizontal line to actually mark that, the vertical line to mark that area. So, okay. So this was where the market stopped, right? And from the 4-hour chart, started watching how the market is going to play out. So on the 4-hour chart, what I was expecting was the market to actually go to the zone, right? To that zone, right? And pretty much, I think this was the area where we met this market, somewhere around
Sorry,
here.
sorry, I'm cutting you short. Did you take this trade?
Yes, I did.
Aye.
Yeah, I think it was after that week, the week where we shared odd card and odd USD. The following week was when I shared this. And you guys weren't really much. That was the period when you were active on the group. So nobody from that group actually joined the meeting. Or I think I entered this trade somewhere around. I entered this trade here, somewhere around here. Yeah, that's the truth because I entered this trade here, but I had to hold. I held the trade and left it. I entered this trade here because this was the area where I was expecting that the price would respect. In I think the whole analysis, so I really can't go. I don't know if I can go through the analysis right now. This is the YouTube, okay. For the 2nd of May, okay, it has to load. It has to load. Okay. So for the 2nd of May, um, Okay, yeah, this is the analysis. This is the analysis here. That's 2 weeks ago. Or JPY weekly Forex analysis for that. I don't know. Let me see if I can just play it. I'm not gonna play it. Just gonna there. I'm not gonna play it. Okay, yeah. From 2nd of May, yeah. So this is the analysis on the YouTube and the whole explanations, which no. So, but for the entry properly, like just like we have here, high probability. So I was expecting the price to come just the same thing I'm expecting right now on Euro odd to act, because if this price has already dropped. So I'm looking at the next resistance level on the upside, and the next resistance level should be around here, first of all, right? The shooting star candle. Now, for break of structure like smart money concept trading, I actually try my best to do it on a weekly, on a higher time frame. I don't go below, I don't do 1 hour, 30 minutes and all that time frame. So I just set the reference areas on the 4-hour chart, daily chart, and then wait for price to get to that point, then find further confirmation on my 4-hour chart. Maybe price rejection, yeah, normal things like the shooting star again, candle, if I were looking for a sell, right? And so basically this exactly how it played out. First off, the market is kind of crazy. So on that week, I didn't really get what I was expecting. The following week here, 2nd of May, so was where it started. So on Monday I scalped. I remember dropping that. I scalped Monday. So on 2nd of May, when the market started doing what it does, on Monday here, there was some kind of little positions. But my reference, my main watch was on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, one of the days I like to see, after this indecision candle, very important, I found the market somewhere around this zone. Now, when things like this happen, look at the zone I was expecting price to get to before I enter a sell, because there was another institutional candle formation. DX, we've discussed this a lot of times. I think a few times though, marking supply zones. Now, first off, what I noticed was this was the market that I saw, that when the price went up after this push, after this green candle here, there was a very huge, bearish candle, more showing that perhaps huge orders have entered into this market. So most likely when this kind of thing happens, there's this expectation that when price returns to this zone the second time, one can actually sell, with expectations that the area here, which was unmitigated, a fresh supply zone, when it's mitigated, the price will respect and fall further. But then with faith, I was seeing some kind of rejections here. With faith, I was seeing some kind of rejections here, and I entered the trade regardless and actually took a bigger stop loss. So further confirmation entered. I had this further belief that this price would definitely fall, even though I was running a loss, that this price would fall when I saw this shooting star candle formation on the 4-hour. So if I hadn't entered this market, this trade here, I would have entered here, and then followed by this moves, followed by these other moves. And somewhere there was another opportunity to enter this market here, though I was trading the sister pair, odd USD. I took odd USD here, but they had almost the same formation because it had to do with the Australian dollar and the Japanese yen, which is more like a currency safe haven pair in this, kind of pair, odd and JPY. While if we were for odd USD, they move almost the same way. So they're likely to see this same structure, this same price action, on the odd USD, because the Australian dollar, being a commodity currency, is paired with a safe haven currency, and Japanese yen is a safe haven currency. The USD is also a safe haven currency to an extent, right? So this was how the market played out, and actually hit the take profits where we're expecting the market to actually go to. And then on Friday, you can see that Friday was kind of bullish. So notwithstanding, I'm still looking forward to shorting odd yen, but not next week, not immediately. The reason is because I can clearly see that this market was very much has very much been overbought, and the market started breaking structures. It broke structure here. Now this is more like the resistance level. This right here is the support level, and the market actually broke this structure to the upside first, right? And again, I see that's on the daily chart. This was exactly the zone that was marked as the supply zone. See this huge price rejection, followed by, this is what I don't like to trade. I don't consider these levels though, because this is more like, I call it a flat on my own. When you just see flat prices, you may see this kind of move. I call it a flat because I want to see an up thrust. I want to see momentum, right? The price actually taking off obvious level, obvious resistance level, and then I want to see massive rejection. Then I can then consider that zone. So, but obviously what I can see here is that after this move to the upside, the price is slowly changing direction. It's slowly changing direction to the downside. So I can say that from this daily time frame that all JPY is no longer in a bullish trend. So what I want to be expecting are things like this to come to the downside. So all JPY is one of those pairs I will be watching in the future to sell. USD JPY is also one. I think I told you guys at that time that I'm actually waiting to sell USD JPY. I think so far I need maybe 1 or 2 weeks to actually confirm that move. Perhaps the fundamentals that I'll be watching since the Japanese, everyone was expecting the Bank of Japan, I think, to increase their interest rate, but they didn't increase the interest rate, and that was why that move didn't really happen, because most likely before the next meeting, they would definitely want to increase their interest rate, because the United States has increased their interest rate, and you can see very much that that's why most of these pairs, all DSD and all that, are still trending downwards. Okay, so just the same scenario that we had there, that's for all JPY. I also have that same scenario on the odd card. Now, odd card we shared previously too. Now, this is the odd card. I think odd card we did together. Odd card, almost that same scenario where we have price from a supply zone and the daily chart, and price broke and closed below my moving average here, breaking structures which I highlighted here. And with the expectation that this price will actually come back into this unmitigated zone and trend downwards. Now, this was for let me see the date. Okay, this was for April 24th. I published this on TradingView on April 24th. So odd card on my YouTube, the price was kind of here. Let me go back a little. I think because we shared this trade before the odd JPY. Yeah, this was it. Odd card strategy from 25th of April. That's on Monday. We're going to watch that. And this was what happened on odd card. I think we had that too. We had that odd card. Okay, fine. Yeah. This was exactly what happened on odd card. So far, I think I was doing some testing, so I didn't really, the zones aren't that clear. Picking out most of the zones here. But this is the odd card analysis. This should be on the daily chart, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, this should be on the daily chart. And right here, this is what we have on the daily chart. I think this was where price, okay, 25th. Yeah, this is it, 25th. For the 25th. So the price actually came bullish, right? 25th, the price that day, the price just fell on that Monday, bearish. So most times, Brian FX, what I do is sometimes if I want to trade on the Monday, I see price going in my preferred direction, I just tend to scalp or day trade. I don't hold that Monday, because when I'm expecting a sell, or I see that the price is most likely to sell from my analysis, and I see that sell immediately on the Monday, the price is massively selling. Somehow I want to jump in and jump out too as fast as possible, because there's every tendency that on Tuesdays, when news enter the market, and most traders are mostly alert between Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays to take positions. And COT is what we call commitment of traders report. COT reports are mostly submitted on Tuesdays, right? They are mostly submitted on Tuesdays to the regulatory body, the CTC. And by those times, those are when hedge funds and a whole lot of massive big funds tend to enter the market. So, and I think the most volatility is too on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, alike. So I entered this position here. I think I entered somewhere around here, and I held the position up to this point. So far I didn't really take this reverse move, but obviously, odd card is still, selling. So this was where the market from the 25th that I was looking to enter the market. The this is how the pair performed in a downtrend too. Same scenario with the odd USD trade we shared. I think almost the same time, yeah. That was that same year because it was for odd card and odd USD where we're expecting price to actually do this same thing and come to the downside. And I think we had that too for odd USD. So that's the approach I tend to take towards the market. And I also read the fundamentals, right? News and all that. So odd USD too. We had that same stuff. You can see odd USD, TP smash there. I think that setup is still there. From that time, I think this was the zone. This was the zone exactly, and I think this was the zone too. I think from the 25th now, yeah, this was where it started. So 25th, we watched the market come into that zone where we had the entry. So this played perfectly well, and we got this very fine, trade. And the market so far, this demand zone has been broken. The market so far is still trending downwards. I entered the odd USD trade. I entered. It was at 9 though. I think this is the area. I took this trade somewhere around here and I held till I saw the change in sentiment and I got off the market for odd USD. But I'm still bearish on the odd USD. I still feel the odd USD has more potential to the downside because from the monthly time frame here, the price is, shifting from the monthly time frame after the price range at this level. I want to draw that the price has been ranging here. It's after it broke the range, it trended to downside, came back, tested this particular zone, where it broke, and the price actually fell. And right here, seeing this move, you can see this big bearish month, followed by this other bearish month to breaking this range. So I still feel there's potential for the price to, come further downwards. Now that would depend on the fundamentals too, and the sentimental point of in view and interest from other traders. Let me see what's going on in the chat box. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, I see here you asked the settings of the EMA. Okay, let me go through it again. For the EMA on the weekly chart, which I have here, on the weekly chart is just exponential moving average 20, EMA 20. So what I do is that, yeah, EMA 20 on the weekly chart, because for me, I like to swing trade. I like to hold trade, so I swing trade most of the times. Yeah, so I also analyze based on that perspective, based on the swing trade, perspective. And in fact, yeah, swing trade perspective, yeah. So there are other couple of fine trades I took in the past. Let me share this with you. I think Euro USD on February, I did about 300 pips. Thereabout for Euro USD. That was, I took Euro USD trade, a very fine trade, right here, 7th of February, I think, somewhere around here.
Euro USD is
Yeah.
like the beauty of them this season, I swear.
Yeah, Euro USD trend. I remember you entered this position now. You entered here. Somehow, I just can't remember. But I knew an area where I was thinking that the market will react for a buy because of the fundamentals. You were holding a sell position on it. Yes, I could remember that.
Whoa.
So I think for the Euro USD, I think I did Euro USD. That was at the brink of this war, though, the whole crisis and all. We went crazily. Where's that trade? Where's that? Okay, I think that should be almost the first trades I shared on okay, exactly. Yeah, exactly. This was it. 12, yeah, this was it. Exactly. This is the daily time frame for Euro USD. Just the same thing, price rejection around my moving average, that just, I think, almost the same setup we have here on the Euro odd. and massive institutional candle coming here. This was on the February 12th, and we're watching analysis. Okay, this was a full up. Sorry, this was a full up analysis. I think full up. The main analysis. The main, yeah, this was it. This was it. Yeah, this is the analysis, guy. This is it for February 6th. Right. So we're analyzing the market for 7th of February. Right? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
For 7th of February. So this was exactly my take profit. This was exactly where I was expecting to, take my take profit. So yeah. So I think 7th, this market did pretty well. If I can backtrack. Yeah, it should be somewhere around here, 7th. You said,
Sure.
Yeah, so perhaps if I held this position, it would have been, but I got off this market because the market lost about 100 p before it continued trending downwards.
Oh.
Yeah, somewhere at the brink of the wall, I got off the market, got off here when, showing this price rejection. That was on, I think, on Thursday, on the Friday or thereabout. That was on the Thursday. Yeah, because the market actually, went bullish somewhere on Friday, and then before it continued this move to the.
Then the next day, I think I took a trade the following day after that move.
After that, okay.
Continue, yeah.
Yeah, so mostly I think
basically Euro USD from February from this year, I think I've entered about 7 to 8 positions on Euro USD.
Yeah, fundamentally I think the Russia-Ukraine crisis is actually, putting a whole lot of pressure on the euro, because being that they export and they produce most of the needs of the world right now, but they are actually putting the world in a standstill, from gas production and gas exportation to oil prices, and to some commodities too as well, like wheat and all that, that they are major exporters of. And this kind of sentiment, since they are limiting their supplies here to most European nations, which they are part of. Mostly, I think they are the either second largest countries in Europe, and they actually supply, I think, between 26% to 36% of the needs, energy needs, and all that in Europe, in the rest of Europe. So I think their economic impact is really felt, and with this whole destabilization and uncertainties and tension that they are causing in Ukraine, or they have already caused, they're actually weighing in on the market. So the euro right now is very much bearish, regardless of the fundamentals that are coming to the market. So like this zone I placed here, guys, this zone, I'm still watching. I'm waiting for price to actually see if the euro USD, for the price to maybe reach this level. I see some kind of massive impulsive move to the upside and rejection again. I could look to short the euro USD once more. But I feel that euro USD has pretty much been oversold. So I just want to see the market, breathe a little bit before I can continue going short again. So on the daily time frame, yeah, I can see that very much beautiful setup that I like. That price action candle showing exactly what it does. The 4 hour, the 4 hour shooting star. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just share something.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Just help me do the normal thing. Put sorry, an horizontal line on the close of that green candle there.
Okay.
Okay.
Horizontal line at the close of this green candle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have it at close.
Yeah, I just your candles. So okay. Now at the close of the green candle, the current green candle.
Yeah, that your entry strategy is mad. I know what you want to do. You want to do that crazy shit. Oh, this shit is fucking up. I need to get
just move your screen out of the
box.
the top.
Try to drag it up.
Yeah, let me just
shift it up. Scrunch this this part, just scrunch it like this if you can.
I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
Just try moving. Just use your arrow and scrunch this place a little bit, or remove it from auto. This auto here, just tap this auto if you can.
Where the refresh?
The auto here, the auto here.
Auto.
Is it okay like this?
Could you just tap this auto here?
Where is it? Okay, auto. Okay.
Like, yeah, auto, yeah.
Okay, now try moving the screen up.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
Alright,
I've learned something. You know, I don't even know how to use TradingView too. Okay, so we have it on the weekly, right? You want it on the weekly, right?
Okay.
So this is the weekly
No,
now.
no, leave it on daily. Leave it on daily.
Daily. Okay.
Yeah, there's this like math strategy I use.
Okay.
Now, if tomorrow there's any 4-hour bearish candle, I'll
Okay.
take the sell from that position, from that level there.
From this level, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if there's any bearish candle there, now you like the last time, I'll still give you another example. You could move it to this green, the tip of the green there, this particular green here.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
take it to
particular
the
one here.
Yes. Now go to the 4-hour.
Okay.
The 4-hour. Now I think this is it here. This one here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an entry I took.
Okay.
Now this 4-hour here, if tomorrow there's any bearish 4-hour candle there, I'll still take the trade, because
yeah.
moves like that are like they fly a lot.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. Like if you just get like the first daily close in an opposite direction, and the next day gives you any directional candle, any directional momentum candle moving towards your trend. If it's in a downtrend, if it's in an uptrend, like if you just get any candle moving in that direction,
yeah.
Personally, I take those trades because they move like 100, 200 pips in a day.
Okay. Yeah. I tend to say like that too as well. Like I remember what I'm looking at now for this euro odd is for the price to actually move up. Maybe just come down a bit and move up first. So that impulsive move that to move the explosive move to the upside. From that point, that's where I'll start looking for the sell. Like for the euro, like you said, like this entering here will be a perfect one, will be a very good one. But I feel that this market may actually start bullish. Like the day tomorrow, being Monday, may start bullish. I just have that feel. So I'm looking at the price taking away this level. The price coming to take away this level a little bit. Now, knowing fully well that, the price coming to around this area, then somehow, maybe an explosive move taking away this area. So I'll be selling high. I'll be selling at a high price. But my interest right now is for the mad pips I have on euro odd. But could you go back? Could you do this your strategy again? DX. There's a why. There's a why. Because the normal one I know, like most likely we should have been looking at this. Should have been placing this here. Right?
That's a different.
That's a different strategy.
That's a different strategy.
Okay, you guys are
amazing. You could backtest it. Just go to like the daily time frame, and maybe you use your vertical line and check it out. Any bullish candle, a single bullish candle.
Yeah.
Any single bullish candle is not two, one bullish candle.
Yeah.
And you put your horizontal line at the tip of it, and you get a directional moving candle. Let's say a bearish close, or a bullish. If it's a bullish market, if you get a bullish close, if it's a bearish market, you get a bearish close. Yeah. You'll see that you get like massive moves. It happens basically it works pretty well on gold. It works well on Bitcoin. It works well on Nasdaq. It works well on GBP USD. And that's the same entry I took for what's that pair? USD JPY.
Okay, USD JPY. USD
Go for
JPY.
USD JPY.
You know, USD JPY. In fact, let me just say, I'm watching that pair because USD JPY. USD JPY is a pair. Okay, this.
Now,
I'm waiting for this market. I'm just waiting for this market to take it down to this level.
okay. Now,
Sorry.
zoom in.
Should I zoom in or zoom out?
Zoom in.
Okay.
Sorry, you are about saying something. Just say.
I'm waiting to go short on USD JPY.
Okay, now I needed to understand that. I needed to.
Okay, why I'm going short?
Yeah, why are you going short?
Okay, the same conditions here. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame. So mostly what I've seen here on the chart is this, that this price has actually been, first off, it has been overbought.
Yeah, overbought, yes.
Yeah, the price has been overbought. Now, I try to, normally the price was going in an uptrend, you know, making higher highs in this manner, making lower highs, you know. But from this point, the price started making this massive rally to the upside.
Sure.
Yeah, just like the same position we had on odd JPY and odd card, where there was a downtrend. You know, the price started changing sentiment after it made this extensive, you know, rally to the upside. You know, so now this is the weekly chart. This weekly candle, though, you know, there was a momentum that came down, almost trying to break structures. It only broke this particular one here that I marked here. It actually broke the structure, and then it barely got here. So mostly I want to assume that the market. So looking at it now at this point, I mark this area here on the daily time frame as a demand zone, because from here, you know, after this push to the upside, you know, reaching, price was rejecting here, but the market came to this point. This is the last bearish candle, followed by, you know, a rally to the upside. If you can look in here on the daily chart, there was no red candles, no bearish candles, just straight up, and it broke past this resistance level, right? Yeah, taking away the structure. So this is a level that in the future will even serve as a resistance level for price. And then the market still did the same thing here, took out the structure, you know, and so far it's just ranging around here. So another important thing again I like to see is, if I look closely, I can see my kind of shooting star or some kind of rest in the market to show that somehow there's an interesting level in this price. This level was kind of here, right? And followed by this particular momentum candle. Now, this right here should be a support level, because, you know, the price reacted, and this support level has seen that it has broken again, and showing that this move is kind of here. So obviously, this is what I'm just expecting for the euro, for the USD JPY. If it doesn't happen, I leave the market, right? This is what I kind of see. The market is actually in an uptrend. You know, market is actually in an uptrend, and at this point, it's kind of changing direction. So anything that will make this market start coming this way, right? I then start to know that possibly this market has changed from an uptrend to a downtrend, and at this level, I'll be looking to risk the sell, and I will be bringing this price. I'll be trading this price to this my zone here. And once it maybe does what it does and comes down and break my moving average, break and close below the moving average, obviously this price has already changed its sentiment to the downside, and I'm looking at targeting this area in the long run.
Okay, I'm catching, bro. I'm catching. So as soon as it crosses your moving average and
that's yeah, once it crosses the moving average, right?
Yeah.
That's another entry for at least 1 week bearish movement. And if it continues, I wait for a retest to, further consolidate that this market is actually changing trends technically. So the rest of the hard work now will be the fundamental analysis, where we have news. And since USD JPY is more of a currency based pair, so safe haven against safe haven, so what will likely affect its performance is interest rates, monetary policies, government transactions, not really much of commodity, but employment factors, interest rates, monetary policies, and the GDP of the economies too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's.
I was just writing that down.
Okay, but that's definitely when we meet in further meetings, we will look at other things. I look at, like, presently in the analysis I share, I also share some fundamentals and sentimental too, like COT, Commitment of Traders report, on how to trade the trend, where institutions are loading their orders, and all that. So possibly in consequent meetings, I'll show you other things I take advantage of too, show you my MT4 trading platform and how the zones are clearly mapped out, for and look and, still analyze and see how I get, smarter entries and confirmation entries on my chart.
Okay. No, not a problem. Because I was also practicing these other new indicators that I've just found recently.
Okay.
We have the OBV, and then we have one that mark like higher highs and low lows.
Okay.
And then this one called Trade Excel. So these indicators, they work on a day. So if now we will be moving on a day chart, it also shows you like where the trend is starting to an uptrend, and then you're going to expect like all the entries for like all buying entries if it's an uptrend. So you're gonna mark using the high, and then you go to the horizontal line, and then you check if the candlestick that is inside the horizontal line, is it green or it's red. So if it's red, you're going to use horizontal line, your trend line, sorry, and then you mark your high, and then with the candlestick that is inside. So when they break that trend line, that's where you'll be able to take your first entry. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice having you, man. We're gonna do this next week again, yeah?
Like I can highlight you on that one if I think our minutes we're running.
Yeah, we're running late. Yeah, we're running late. So I just have to go now. Let me use the rest of the hours to, further round this up and wrap this up. And you have this content on yours, right? On your end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps in the video too, maybe when